Today, Alberta's NDP is releasing its latest paper as part of our Alberta's Future initiative. It's called Strengthening Post-Secondary for a Resilient Future and is a roadmap of ideas to leverage our post-secondary school success to date and what we can do to build towards the future.
Well, I think, honestly, because post-secondary is so complex and involves so many different stakeholders and different programs, the exact number is a little bit hard for us to nail down right off. But the general principle is that we should never have had these kinds of cuts so far. And going forward, there needs to be predictability that takes into account the fact that the demand on our institutions is growing as the population of young people in Alberta grows. And so, generally speaking, where we were before the UCP government came along is probably a good starting point. And as you know, we were very careful to ensure that our ongoing funding was in line with inflation. So these are the kinds of things that we'd be looking at. Again, understanding that we'd need to start by engaging in some consultation because, as I say, this is a partnership. It's a partnership with post-secondary institutions, it's partnership with stakeholders with those institutions, and of course, obviously, with Alberta students. What we need to do is our student aid system, I think, generally speaking, has been designed for that 19-year-old or that 22-year-old who's going to school full-time. That is great. Let's make sure that we continue to ensure that person is able to affordably access our post-secondary without being overrun by debt. And we're going to start, of course, by reducing the interest rates that are applied to student loans, because that was a great big grab out of the pockets of a very vulnerable group of Albertans. But in addition to that, we're also going to look at the flexibility that is available through our student aid system to ensure that we're able to support different models of how people engage in post-secondary, understanding that it's starting to look a little bit different than it traditionally did, say, 25 years ago.